Hey guys, I wanted to share this Realtor.com 2021 National Housing Market Forecast and Predictions. So this is this recently, just yesterday, matter of fact, uh, it went up. It was December 2nd, it looks like, but they put it up yesterday. And existing home sales, you can see, all went up. Single family home starts, home ownership is about 66%. And they said mortgage rates were going to be at 3.2 throughout the year. So it's not going to, interest rates doesn't look like they're going to go up at all. I always like to go back to what they did in May of this year and look at their housing forecast. And it was all doom and gloom at that point because of the COVID 19. You can see everything was down, except for including the interest rates, which was good. But, they were way off because Americans tend to keep living and moving and doing the things that they need to do in life, and that's kind of what they did here. Some states were shut down, that I think that affects them, but I'm mostly talking about the Cleveland metro market that I know very well. The home sales here have been brisk. I just closed a deal yesterday that was a $400,000 deal in Lakewood, Ohio, and it's and I put another one in escrow on Christmas Eve. I mean, people are still looking at homes, they're still buying homes, and I believe it's going to be a strong market for sales in Cleveland. The issue that we're having right now has always been inventory. Inventory is way down. The average needed listings are about 7,000. Sometimes we get below 4,000. So we need inventory. But I think COVID, as a vaccine comes out and people start living their lives again and get out of their houses and start being more mobile, that's when you're going to see the inventory grow, and that's going to be a healthy thing for the market. So I think that's really good. The millennial and Gen Zs are seeing the ones that bought are seeing tremendous equity in their houses. That's the way it works in real estate. When you buy and you hold on to it for long enough, you're going to make a ton of money. I know I sold a house I lived in for 10 years and made a very, very good profit. So, as real estate, I look at, hey, look, you've got to buy in an area that people want to live in, not have to live in. And when you buy those houses and you stay there long enough, you're going to make some money. And that's, it's tax free up to $500,000 for married and $250,000 for single. So it's a very good tax free situation for profit. And I've done it a few times, and it's just really a nice way to add to your bank account. Now with the lower interest rates, they're putting down less money, but it's the payments are just very, very low. The low mortgage rates, despite housing, they're putting money down. They still have to qualify. They're still checked out thoroughly. So we're not going to have the debacle of mortgage people not paying their mortgage unless the whole economy collapses. But I don't see that. So that's all. And then people are working remotely. So they're thinking about, hey, I got to be in this house and I want to work remotely. So they're going to want maybe a bigger extra room for an office or, something like that. So I had a lady in California that moved here that because, the expenses there in California, but she worked for Amazon at home. And she was moving back to Cleveland because of that. So she wanted to get a house with 3 bedrooms, make one of them an office, and live in suburbia. So that was an extra, so that's going to be a consideration. So suburban America is going to have less uh, homes to buy because of that. So there'll be a lot of pressure on the pricing on that. Um, 2021, I believe there's going to be some more building if they keep the interest rates down. But I do think 2021 is going to be a good year for real estate. There's not much that any political party can mess up in a year. So I think it's going to be a nice year for that. I think there's going to be good growth. I think it's going to be healthy, and I think that we're going to be good. Now, let's look at the Cleveland growth prediction here. 6.7 this year and 2.7 for next year, almost 3%. I think it's going to be more like 4 to 5%, but this is their prediction, so that's fine. Either way, it doesn't matter. You're still growing. We buy a lot of houses in suburbia. We always have equity built in when we buy for our investors, homeowners. I get the best deal I can get. I just recently got a really good deal for a couple over in Solon, Ohio, that they're remodeling because they're handy. So if you're handy, you're going to get good deals. If you're just buying to, you want to move in immediately, then it's going to cost you, whatever the market rate is. But all that being said, it's going to be a great market next year. I hope that whenever the vaccine gets out, I believe that people will start moving again and move because I think people are tired of being home, and that's a good thing. So if you're looking for real estate, call me. If you're an investor, call me. 216-703-5740. I'm with Real Brokerage. Now, I've been doing this since 1985 as an investor, and been a realtor since 2000. So I've seen all the up and down markets, and I've seen a lot of stuff. And I think next year is going to be a pretty good year. So give me a call if you have any questions, concerns, or you need real estate, you need to sell to have a flat fee listing. It's brilliant. I just closed a $400,000 house, as I mentioned. 216-703-5740. 216-703-5740. Thanks.